Hello everybody, welcome back to the Cymru Cactuars, and today we are here with the set review for Journey of Discovery, Opus 27. And I am joined by Jack Hanavan.
Hello everybody.
And Mr. Paul Fallon.
Hello there.
Let's speed through this because Jack has his flight to Euros imminently, shall we say. But
in about 6 hours.
So yeah, but he's elected to join us here to talk about cards like Auron. 7,000 power's a lot, isn't it?
It's another Auron.
It's another Auron, and you know, typically stuff that says attacking or blocking only has been pretty terrible. 7k is a lot, though. I mean, it can make pretty much any forward trade up to pretty much any other forward. You know, your 3CP Leo can kill a 9k and live, sort of thing.
Yeah, but
however,
still won't play this.
It's no. Super telegraphed, and like this is as playable as it is searchable, which is not particularly.
But in draft and pre-release, I could definitely
solid,
see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know, from bad to mama, Ifrit. There's a lot of hype about this one. I know locally a lot of people are very keen on this one, and I really like it too. What do you think, guys?
I mean, Ifrit's always going to be played in fire, so this is more than likely going to be doing 8k. I'm not as sold as this on as a lot of people are, but I see the hype around it.
I mean, I'm still quite a big fan of the I think it's Opus 18 Ifrit, the one that is 1k, and if you have 5 or more fire characters, do 2 lots of 5.
20, I think.
It was 20, yeah.
It was 20, sorry, yeah. But this is pretty decent. I mean, on EX, it's only ever going to do 5k, though, right? So, I mean, you're kind of limited in that respect. I don't know if this replaces the Opus 20 Ifrit, in my opinion, because it's so trivial to get a 10k out of it. It's arguably easier than it is to get the 8k out of this one sometimes.
Oh, man,
yeah, I think it's just in addition.
It's just
in addition to, sure, but I mean,
why not both?
Further hitting that point now, I know it's being cut from some decks, but it's just that. Just get rid of the Goblin package at this point.
Oh,
just play more things like this.
I agree completely. And again, this is like cheaper, like Magissa stuff as well. So
yeah. Working for Magissa is another thing going for it.
I like it. Decent full art. Get your foils.
Let's
have a look. Viper. What the hell does this do? He looks
oh dear.
So there's a cycle of these, and none of them are particularly good. It's when it enters, you can deal something 3,000 damage, and if you control multi-element forward, do it 7,000 damage instead. It's not going to see play in standard, is it?
No, it's going to see play in draft because your only thing is LBs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe consider it in draft, but yeah, you're right. This is not a great card, and you know, it won't see standard play.
Speaking of won't see standard play, Ace.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I mean, out of all the card name aces, especially the ones we've got recently, there are plenty of better things that you can splash into mono fire or type 0 decks. And this is not one of them. This is awful. Like, you know, again, maybe all right for limited because you are playing a backup to kill probably the biggest threat you'll see that day. But I'm not sold.
It's also the cost.
Well,
yeah.
For a 6 CP fire backup that deals damage, at least Tifa had the audacity to turn into a forward and have EX burst as well.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm comparing this to the Tifa backup, which is quite similar. I mean, for 1k less, you get the EX burst and the ability to make it become a forward. This having to pay 1 extra to tap and break to do 5k, I think this could have been tapped 5k and it probably still wouldn't be playable.
Well, I'm just comparing it to like Phoenix for 2 CP less that does the same thing on entry and is a monster, which already makes it amazing.
That is like a hero though, right? Well, this is a common. Not that I usually put too much weight in rarity to power. I mean, it is a thing, but obviously like Kusif is a common for some reason. Like, no.
Nope.
Guy.
No.
This is interesting.
Yeah. Go on, Jack.
In sort of like rebel lists, I'm a massive fan of the Opus 15 guy that plays a warrior, plays a rebel from deck. But like what I'm seeing people say with this one, I'm not sure it's quite as good, but people really like the Minwu from a few sets ago on 4 backups to play Ethereon from hand, which is pretty cool. But otherwise, I don't know.
I mean, more things to check out. Zidane is always something that the dual element Zidane is always something to be considered.
But I was a massive fan of the Zac in 26 that plays like it didn't at all, but like I still think that card is absolutely insane. I really do. I think it's so good. But this is more of that, and it's slightly worse. So, well, I don't know. It draws cards.
I don't know if it's worse. That's the thing. I think people are neglecting the fact that if you don't kill this, it's gonna draw you, maybe not loads, but it will draw you 1 or 2 cards over the course of a game, which means, do you prioritize killing this if they go wide?
I mean, the thing is, you'd have to go quite wide. I mean, 4 forwards is pretty much a swing for game sort of board state these days. You know, this is quite the overextension if you're not doing much with those 4 forwards.
I don't agree, because you see stuff like Warriors have that one turn where they just hit and go wide.
Yeah, but then they're usually finishing you off like that turn or the next turn.
I think it's normally a turn or 2 later, but again, it's just more hand strength.
Yeah, I don't know. Being as nice as I can about it, yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's not going to see standard play. Is there like solid choices for the 2CP in limited and draft and stuff? Yeah, probably, right?
Not in fire, but across the other elements, yes.
There's not a lot of 2CP for this set at all, is there? Like,
there's a few, but not many. Out of element, you've probably got some better choices. And the good thing about this card is that it doesn't lock you to an element, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, you can play something of any color.
Yeah. I'd love to see somebody do something with this. I love the Warrior Rebels, but I don't know.
Just cheating out Maria and Firion in that.
Chaos Advent. Super interesting card. Not convinced it's good, but it is. I mean, it does have the job warrior like 98% of this set.
It is a very warrior heavy set.
But yeah, so when he's put from the field into the break zone, not a good start, let's be honest. You reveal the top 7 cards of your deck and play 1 category Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin forward among them to the field, then shuffle the other cards and return to the bottom of the deck. And that forward's element becomes dark, and its job becomes chaos as well. Cool, I guess.
It's held back purely on the fact that it is both Sopfo and gets you a Sopfo board, which there's not many good ones, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on in the future.
I mean, it does play any Sopfo forward, so if you were to play something like Darkness Manifest in your deck for whatever reason, it could play that out for free. Who knows?
I think cards like this are always one that it's what the future brings for it, as opposed to that. I mean, It can cheat out that 9-cost Bahamut that everybody loved.
Yeah, true. And as much as we don't have a Stranger of Paradise searcher, it is a warrior, which is now dead searchable. And it is also fire, so you've got Elwyn and stuff like that. So
we do have 1 searcher. It was the first Jack Garland we got.
Oh, brilliant.
Which is immediately being replaced with the new Jack Garland.
Yeah. Not for a little while on that one, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I think you're right. Like the design space of this is really interesting, really cool. I love the story it's trying to tell here, and like you say, I maybe not yet, but like in the future, this has potential. I think. Mm-hmm. After that, we have Galul Jar Jar.
Okay, this is this is certainly a card of all time. I mean, on damage 5, it's pretty crazy. You know, on entry 7k twice, it is quite strong, but you've got to be in that game state and hope that this is the get out of jail free card you need at that stage of the game. I don't know. It's a
fight spell card, but there's just I can't think of the last time I've seen a fight spell be used in standard.
Yeah, especially one with a damage 5 limitation on it. You know, it's
if this was an Earth card, for sure, because obviously you've got like the Noctis that helps you do that and things like that. But in Fire, Jack's the only other one I can think that does a fight spell type thing, and then there's no restriction on it.
It's not quite a fight spell. It's more that like if he takes damage, you can deal that damage to something else as well. So
he's got to deal damage to a fort, so they need to block it, which you're just never going to do at that point.
I again, but the rarity thing. I can't believe this is a hero.
That damage 5 effect needed to just be like on his card or like damage 3.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a sad pack alert. I think we need to get that as a
King's probably the best thing going for it.
Yeah, King, Cat 14. I mean, there's a lot of Cat 14 support this set as well.
Slightly over
sort of generic Cat 14, as we'll see.
But yeah,
it's all the Dawnbreaker. Not Dawnbreaker. What's the expansion called?
Dawn Trail. Yeah.
We're getting all the Dawn Trail stuff finally. Yeah.
Yep.
With everyone's favorite characters from Final Fantasy 14. Gladiator. It's a standard unit category 5 backup. It's interesting. 2K to everything. I don't think it's bad. I think it's searchable. But you know, if you're going to play a standard unit backup in Fire, it's probably going to have a name or be free, right? It's like, you know, Culinarian or Samurai or something like that, right?
Draws you a card, generates you a crystal,
Yeah, this, you know, for spread damage, it's pretty cheap for a 2K, but you're still losing an entire backup. I mean, we've seen spread damage effects that are put this thing in the break zone and deal 2K to the board. There are better choices if you want 2K damage across the board, and there's probably cheaper cards that will do more damage for that.
The synergy to make this deal 6, 7, 8K is too many cards on the field, because you're going to need like Leftia, Iroh, I think it is, and another one. It's just too much work. Who is that?
That's Bart's.
FF5. It is Bart's. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, I don't hate it. And like everything about this card is good, apart from its name, really, I think. But you know, yeah, I don't know, probably not standard.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody can hear that. We've elected to record this on fireworks night. So
yeah, there's a lot of explosions going on my end. If
not so much on screen, but yeah. Speaking of which, we have. Let's just do all the 1 CP backup cycle this set, because by and large they suck.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them are good.
I think Samurai is good as a searchable 1 CP backup.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing Firewind Zidane in your Samurai deck and have other ways to get it out, this is a way to use that Zidane instead of casting it. Otherwise, you know, that card is definitely stolen a lot of design choices from Ganondorf from The Legend of Zelda.
I mean, I would just say even as a 1 CP backup, searchable, it's like playable.
Okay.
That's not bad. I mean, I'd probably prefer something like Machinist, but I mean, yeah, it's got the name, right, which gives it some kind of synergy and searchability.
They're all too expensive for what you get, and sometimes it's like, oh well, I actually quite like the effect, but it's like they've got to say, oh, the ice one has to say like, oh, it's got to be a dull forward to break, because of course it does.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I will note that the ice and the earth work together. You know, if you were to make an ice earth deck, you could put both of them in. Otherwise, you do have to stretch across to different elements. You know, they do sort of zigzag across each other, and they're all quite, at this time of writing, apart from maybe Ice Earth, pretty unplayable element combinations.
Well, Earth, Water,
Fire,
but
Wind doesn't see a lot.
Earth, Water, but you're not playing this in like a Chaos Arc Une deck, right? Like,
it's Earth, Water. Yeah, no, never mind. They don't cross over then at all.
I think the one interesting bit I saw on the FAQ, although obviously this is open to them still being translated correctly, is that if you can reduce the cost of casting these by 1 or more, you can remove the extra element you need.
What?
So if you had something that was like you can reduce the cost of your next backup by 2, it can reduce the fact that you don't need, say, Wind to pay for the Samurai one.
That's mad. That makes
assuming
no
that
sense.
Translation is correct.
That can't be, surely.
But that is what I've read them to be. If you reduce the cost, it reduce the cost of the extra cost.
Okay.
So they could be playable in Element as long as you've got cost reduction.
There's not too much to get excited about here, and like there's just so much better you can do with your backups, which is like not go through hoops, because again it's things that like they all cost 1 but they don't cost 1 because they require other things for it to actually happen or do anything, which means that they lose their luster as something that's cost 1, which is why I think the Samurai one's pretty good. If the others had like decent names, maybe, but
there's way better 1-drop backups to be playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have killed for that Wind one to just be Dancer, and I was like, I don't care that it has any more text.
Yeah, well, exactly the point.
Just a Dancer backup in Wind that's cheap.
Right, so next we are on to our first legend, Xande. I think this is really good.
It's really interesting.
First card of the week or the second?
It was
one of the earliest.
One of them. I really like this. Some people are sort of, I don't know, opinion seems to be all over the place on this, but like I'm not a massive fan of the Cloud Legend from a few sets ago, and the fact that this still draws cards and like deals damage but does it like every turn. Man, I really like this card.
Well, this is what, the 5th one that's called Xande, so like you can get that effect off if you really want to a lot, but even just without doing it an additional time, just ability removal and then 9k pings every attack phase is good.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing for me.
Yeah, this card immediately made me think of that quite old now backup Xande that you can crack to bring out another card named Xande from your deck. This and that together with maybe more card names out, who knows? I think there might be something there. It's quite a really good effect though. I mean, persistent threat of 9Ks and hand management.
I really like this in like Warrior of Light decks for being able to like, switch off like the jobs from Refia and all that sort of thing, so they can't do much with that. And like the idea of like draw 1, discard 1 is really good with the amount of backups that are in that thing. So the chances of turning something into something good, especially with the fact if it's the start of the attack phase, so that you could turn something potentially into a top deck forward for the Opus 26 Faris to play. Man, I'm all over it. Like it's definitely a card that I want to play with a bit, I think. But I think a lot of people aren't giving it enough credit.
It's definitely solid. Just have to see how much of a splash it makes.
Jacked.
Common.
Good for limited,
Warp
something
Warp 1 wouldn't have killed it.
Nope.
Yeah. 5k spread's not too bad, to be quite honest.
If you've got 1 damage buff, he's hitting quite. Like, if you've got left it on field, he's hitting quite good numbers there.
Yeah.
But again, it's just it's jacked in fire when I don't think we'll ever replace the one that was Opus 21.
Yeah. Spoiler.
Yeah, that just is gonna take out almost any forward on entry, which
and
better than this, and is free. Yeah, it's just the wrong name for this and the wrong text.
Well, this is one for you to lead on. Zell.
I mean, it's a decent effect, I guess. EX Burst deal 5k split against forwards as you like, and then if you've got 4 or more, deal 9k as you like instead, and damage 3, gain haste. I'm not sold, but I still think the Opus 6 Zell is the best Zell, but I could be convinced.
EX Burst is going to do a lot of heavy lifting on this for like the FF8 sort of like Squall 3 guys deck.
Yeah, and if you play the backup line now, you're always going to be getting 9k.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
the 9k's never been easier to get, at 8.
Well, a 4 CP forward that deals 9k on entry and then has haste, it's nothing to be sniffed at.
No.
He doesn't go in every deck, but the deck that he does go in, he's pretty good. But you're right, it's like is with the fact that now like every free play guy in this Final Fantasy 8 deck is going to kill something, like surely not a lot of them are going to be like duds because there's nothing to kill, right? So
it's the fact of I like the Opus 6 one because it's the only monster removal card.
I don't disagree there as well. Like I really rate that card as well.
Putting this in my deck would immediately like triple my EX burst count. So it would definitely help in that regard. But yeah, I mean I'll be giving Kai a go again, so I'll definitely be trying this and be getting several full arts of it.
Zeromus. Did I skip anything? No, Zeromus is the next one.
No, for some reason there was an issue with the IGN thing where Zell was on there twice.
Oh right.
Oh sure. Not just Zell in the full art, or
no, it went Zell, full art, Zell.
Oh,
for some reason.
Going back onto this Zeromus, really cool card. It's got an interesting mechanic where it requires your opponent to play crystals for them to get a potential cheaper cancellation of his effect. And the crystals are just not really played at the moment. And if this becomes really prominent, do crystals suddenly become an anti-meta deck?
It's that ramming him. The same with like Siren and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
We can see definitely that this was probably in part of the discussion of Cecil and Rosa.
Could you imagine Cecil cheating this out and being like, pay 6 for anything you want to do?
Yeah.
Oh man. We just go home and say thanks. That's it.
Yeah.
The power of this is obviously very strong. I'm not hugely convinced, if I'm honest. I think a fire deck that can do a 4 CP 8k to do nothing is, I mean, it's just got like a field ability. It's
almost
auto
always
triggers and this sort of thing. But
it's almost always making its value back, though, right? If not more.
Yeah, but like, I mean, yeah, but like, there's still combat's got to happen, and like, doesn't mean that EX bursts aren't just gonna like smash it to pieces anyway.
Well,
and you've also got the thing of just pay 4 or a crystal. Which I know it's a lot.
Paying
but
a crystal makes the controller of this feel very sad.
If you target this to kill it, then pay 4. Like, it's still you both going pretty neutral.
You're probably paying 8 to 10 to kill this, though, right? If you're including the pay 4.
Yeah, but it's still pretty neutral because you still wanted to kill it. So it's not that. It's like they paid 4 to not doing anything. They paid 4 on a card, and then you pay 4. And then whatever you were going to use for removal in the first place just to get rid of it. And I know that's a lot, but do you know what I mean? It's still pretty... I don't think
it's going to take the meta by storm, but I can see a lot of people trying this out at the start, so it's definitely something you're going to have to play against.
I think I would probably try this in 4-color wall, because I think that's horrible. But a lot of the time it's just like, a lot of these sort of taxi things are just like, well, just pay it. But I know that 4's a lot. But like Cecil did a lot more as well, which was like activate 2 and play a free guy for like 1 CP more.
I mean, and you probably had Una on field to tax even more. I mean, this might go in a deck that has Una in. Like that might be the thing to still consider.
Yeah.
At which point it's not pay 4, it's pay 4 and a lot.
Yeah.
I'm open-minded on it, but I think that like obviously he's going to be the lightning rod, but like if you do just decide to straight away just be like, nah, fuck this, I'm going to kill it, and then you have to pay the 4, then you're still pretty neutral with your opponent on it.
It's definitely an anti-ice card though. You look at this as an ice player and go, I don't do anything.
Oh yeah,
because you can't.
Yeah.
You're almost never going to kill it or efficiently, and then you're just going to be like, well, all my freezes don't do anything. Cool.
Am I really going to pay 7 for Sergi's to dull one thing?
Yeah. I've got to dull it by paying 4, and then now that it's dull, I can use my kill spell. So
Yeah.
you're paying like 60.
Yeah.
This makes
It's
mono
fun
ice
to watch
players
out.
sad.
One to watch out for.
Yeah,
It will definitely be tried, I think. So people have to get ready to play against this.
Because this is the gold, I assume this was a legend.
Oh, is it not?
No.
No, it's hero.
Ooh. To be
Yeah.
fair, we got the signature lightning was a common.
You just
Or
assume
rare.
though, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The backup one.
I don't feel too bad about not really giving this too much of the benefit of the doubt then, because I think this sucks.
I will definitely try it in cadets. It's very much a cadets card, I think.
I will
Yeah,
say,
cadets are the first colours that come to mind.
But I know you don't like fire in cadets, Paul.
I do not like firing cadets, but also I agree. If you're going to go through the cock and ball torture of playing that way, then it will do that. But it's called Terror.
It's also only flipping top 2 is.
It's called Terror. Any deck that you can play a Terror in that's fire, it's is it going to be this one? I don't think it is.
I think in those elements, it's between this one or the Summon Recur one, and as a cadets just won't play the Summon Recur one.
Fire Wind is just not going to be a thing. Imagine if you're playing against Mono Wind and Zidane steals this. That's just that is your own fault at that stage.
It's like, oh look, I get a free 8k ping for playing all my small guys. Yeah, that's sad.
I mean, that number 128 deck, what comes to mind with this card, it's another Cat 6 for that deck.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I mean, that might synergize with it, maybe. I don't know, but the rest of the deck is still quite old.
Somebody
No.
smarter than me will have to.
I 100%.
Figure
Maybe
this
this
out.
is the thing. On face value, a 4 CP 5k that's nah.
Oh god, it's only 5k. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Man, I have just ignored that number and thought it was like 7 or 8. Yeah, okay.
Even at 6 CP, I'd be 6k. I'd be like, a 5 is just oh right, so it dies to everything.
5 and 7 are those really bad numbers now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, Bakul Jaja.
It's another warrior.
It's a warrior, and it doesn't cost 3, so it better be really good. What does he do? Enters the field, all leaves the game, move the top. Hey man, that's pretty good. To be fair, that's your old Gutsco stuff, right?
Yeah, this is Gutsco in a different 2-headed costume, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike this.
Do I think the Warriors will play it? No.
Warriors, no. Mono Fire, maybe, because if you remember, they did try that. What was it? Warrior of Light for a while, the 2-drop one.
Yeah,
But it costs. But you've got more choice, and that costs 2. There's 4 CP is like.
Yeah, but this is potentially doing it twice, and it's not limited to that turn.
Yeah, true.
I mean, it is
true.
enter and leave the field,
Yeah.
which is nice and generic. So bounce or RFG or just
Yeah, it's
plain
not
break.
goes to break zone, thankfully.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be a lot worse if it was.
Maybe this is a bit more of a sleeper hit then.
Because you ever hit an Ami with this, and your opponent's going to sit there going, "Cool," as long as he's ever got 3 CP.
Yeah, true. Well,
There's no
this
hand
is not
threat
worth
here at this point.
ammying at all, is it?
Well, no, I mean, if the top card they flip is an Ami, you have to be aware of the fact that it's not like they're threatening it in their hand anymore. It's just there at any point they have. 3 CP up.
The surprise is gone now. It's always there.
Yeah. If ever they have 3 CP, I know that they can cast it. And even 1-drop Ifrit and stuff, it's they don't have to get to the point of searching it and holding it in hand. They just have it. I could see it being tried. Like, as I said, I don't know if it's amazing, but Mono Fire did try that Warrior of Light, so I could see this being tried in the same way.
I think you've won me round, to be honest.
I mean, the thing about that Warrior of Light is that you had to cast it that turn, whereas this is for the rest of the game, which is a huge factor.
A hand extender like that. No, I think you have. You turned me around on this. I think this is something to at least try, right? Like, if you've got a 1-hour space, that is a case of like, why not, right?
Yeah.
Fire Elemental.
Oh dear.
Like 5 CP monsters, like straight away. Like, if you're gonna pay 5 for a monster, my god, it better be game winning. This is not game winning. I think in limited, this is fine.
So, what is the most expensive monster that's regularly seen play? Because I can't think of anything that cost ever more than like 3.
Back in the day, there was Ozma and Royal Ripeness.
Okay, but like
you've already mentioned
I've started, Phoenix is probably the only one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Phoenix is probably the most expensive monster that has consistently seen play. Everything else has always been a lot cheaper and a lot better value. It seems.
Yeah, because I'm not even thinking about value here. I'm literally just purely thinking about the fact that almost everything I can imagine that I've seen play is always 1 or 2 cost.
Oh, spoilers, by the way. All of the monsters this set suck. Thank God.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing, I don't think. Or they can be good if they want to make them cost 7 or 8, just as long as they're not realm targets.
Yeah.
Realm targets.
Another honourable mention for costly monsters that saw play would be Luminous Puma.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
That saw a lot of play for a while.
To be fair, I played that last set with Maynard. The value. Cool. The value.
Yeah, well, from bad to good. I think this Lunith is crazy good. I have spent a lot of time this set with the Crystal Barts from 26, and I have come to the conclusion that I don't think it's that great. That's me being really nice about it. I think that this, like in like Gigawild decks, I think this is absolutely worth trying because you will probably hit something with it. But like, man, the S is pretty good as well, right?
I was gonna say this is like, I mean, you've got Illawa in your build already. Basically, does that, and now you've just got another way of going. I'm gonna go for it this turn.
I don't think I'd play them in the same version of the deck, but like,
no, but I'm saying it does the same job, kind of.
Yeah. I really like this thing. There's not really too much to say about it. It doesn't go in a hell of a lot of decks, but like. The fact that it's going to play anything that you hit off the top, pretty much, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the way you build around it, was it missing 10 cards in that deck? It can miss on, I think.
Yeah, I think
maybe a little bit more, including itself.
There might even be like cards coming up this set that like organise the top of the deck, isn't there?
I think so, because I like the Yuna that just came out in the starter decks that basically does this as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think she does it on attack rather than entry.
She's on attack.
She the starter unit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plays a 3 on entry.
Oh, it is on entry. Okay.
And it is a 4.
And then on attack, it's look at the top 3 and manage.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm really excited to at least give it a go. I think it's pretty solid.
It's also a gorgeous filler.
Yeah, I'm after this one for definite. General Leo, I would look like that too if I had this text.
Oh man, they keep printing standard unit support, but they're just never enough.
It's just packed full of rubbish, isn't it?
And then like they've again there was that thing of we need to fill out the text box a bit more. I'll just put a very meh effect on him.
That's pretty much it for fire. So let's just jump straight into ice. Wow. Okay, so the warriors in this set they're really good.
Yeah.
God, this costs 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul, you've been spending a lot of time with warriors over the last year or something like that. Like, what do you think on warriors that don't cost 3?
Well, they have to do something pretty spectacular to get a look in, really. And, 3 or less, because obviously Firion was a big proponent of why the deck was good. This is probably the best non-3-cost monster warrior that I've seen outside of Tybus in a long time. This gives all of your warriors that end after it a dull and freeze, which is huge. Add a warrior on entry as well. 4 CP 8k, job warrior, so it's searchable. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This will see a lot of play. It's going to be quite interesting though, because the biggest warrior deck at the moment is the Fire Ice Icons, which a lot of people are quite big on, and our man Connor James used that particular deck to qualify for Worlds, no less. But I mean, with this package of Ice warriors that we're going to be seeing, it's going to be quite tough to fit all of them in, and the icons package and the existing stuff. It's going to be quite a difficult juggle. I think you're going to have to make, but there is definitely some really interesting and powerful new lines here with this, and Ish is definitely going to be seeing a lot of play. I think.
I think this goes in a more warrior build. I don't think this will go in the icons build. I think the other two can slot into the icons build.
Honestly, I mean,
but space for forwards is already so tight, and Shiva's doing this job. For the dull freeze already, so you don't need her. But the more warriors build, I think you can definitely splash warriors easily into 3 colors, or just do fire ice warriors now if you wanted to, and just have the water Yuzuki and Mog just be cheated in off of Tyvus. But yeah, this card is. I'm so glad it only dull freezes forwards. It's no Laswell hitting your backups, but
oh my god, if this was a 2 CP 5k, oh my god.
I mean, I don't even as long as it just says it dull freezes forwards, it's more reined in.
I think that's the suitable hobbling this card needed.
But it definitely looks like they're happy to push warriors into that 3rd element now.
Ish probably, Clara probably not, right?
No, when I said the other 2, I didn't mean this one. I've got this for this.
EX Burst is what this needed. It does not have that.
No.
On we go. Well, I'm still doing the warriors for now. We have Cole, I guess. Cole.
Cool.
He's pretty cool.
This is what that Icons deck was looking for ages, I think.
Yeah, this will slot right into an Icons deck, no problem. Even if you don't bother with any of the other new stuff, this is, a searchable 2 CP warrior backup that's ice. That's very good off the bat, and the recursion on it is really strong as well.
Which also, correct me if I'm wrong, Naji doesn't search forwards; he just searches warriors.
Well, do you know what? Let's bring him up now. Let's have a look. Where is old Naji?
So if Naji can get you this, you just color fix immediately.
Forwards.
No, it is forward. Okay, so he doesn't. Naji doesn't color fix you. Fine.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Naji's pretty good anyway. Still,
but even just that effect on a 2 CP card is really good.
Yeah. This can fish you backups if you need them. If they are job warrior.
Finally took out your Yuzuki. Now I can finally deal with it. You're like, I'll have that back.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, the strength of this card is that Fire Water Warriors have been playing Axstar for the longest time, and just beating it in and managing it that way. You could still play a mainly Fire Water Warriors deck and go for this as like an odd ICP splash where you cheat it in off of Tyvus. Or you use it to properly pay for Axstar. There's many use cases for this in many different decks.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just more warriors names for Tyvus when you've already got a board out, or you've already got a lot of the names out just to go. Here's another one.
I think it's really solid.
Rounding
out the package that isn't a warrior, but we have Ilmatal. Not a warrior, still dead playable because of things like Axstar. Oh god, this may.
She couldn't have been a warrior.
I was just looking at her.
She would have been absolutely insane if she was a job warrior.
Shoe on head. Yeah, this is good, right?
This just makes me look at Charlotte from last set going, why weren't you this good?
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
I don't really know what to say. Like this is good. This is really good. You have to kill this thing, and it's still going to cost you.
Yep.
It's the fact that you're gonna have to prioritize this, so you're still gonna have to discard, and then everything else is just like, well, you haven't killed all the other good warriors, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing this off of Axstar, your opponent's just going to be sad. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh man, I want Axstar dead, but
not really being searchable is this card's biggest problem in those decks.
Mhm.
Because that deck doesn't have space for Yzael.
I just want her to step on me.
No.
But again, maybe the Fire Ice Warriors build obviously probably can slot Yzael in to play this. So yeah, maybe it's for that.
I mean, it has been trialed in there just because of, but that's normally to get your Jills and Shivas and stuff online.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of this as not even the Icons deck. I'm not sure if there's space for this in Icons, but for an Ice Fire Warriors deck, like Yzael probably to fish this and a couple of the other ones is definitely up there.
So, I mean, you still, go on.
I was gonna say from overly sexy, we moved to a lonely fans.
Oh Jesus!
Why did they make the background look like a mattress?
I think it's more like a bathroom rug.
Oh, maybe she fell over. That's what the sparks are. She slammed her back on the floor.
Job girl, of course.
Job girl, finally.
Yep, that's
it's
like
been a
10
while.
of those now. Do you think this is good, either of you?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think
it's interesting because it doesn't end at the end of the turn.
I think that being a 2CP ice backup is pretty good no matter what you do.
Yeah, Emina as always. It makes Emina better.
And then there's a lot of cards now that count FF8, and look, this is pretty good. And you've got like a contingency plan on this as well. And drawing a card, man, that's really good. I think
my problem is I'm doing the mental gymnastics at the moment of I need to look at FF8 not how I looked at it in
not as a full-on aggro deck. You've got to go
24
proper mid-range with it. Yeah
because I when I initially saw this, I chatted to people, I was like, by the time I'm tapping with this, I'm killing my opponent anyway, so wasted CP. But yeah, maybe this is just for a slower game, just to keep giving you card advantage. And
doesn't Gilgamesh attack twice?
He can attack the lightning one. I think he can attack 3 times.
Oh man, that's a lot of cards.
But yeah, that would work. Let me have a quick look. Gilgamesh, Opus 18. At damage 3, he can attack twice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then putting him up to he's a 7, isn't it? And you got
7, so make him 9. So you could kill someone on entry and then gain +2. Yeah, I mean,
pretty substantial. And Gilgamesh is
there's a lot of haste in the deck as well.
3 elements now as well.
Yeah, maybe it is. I know, you can do this effect and then play another alone. There's nothing limiting you to only ever having this go off once.
I think it's really good. I think that a lot of the FF8 cards of this set are people will look at it and go, yeah, that's cool, I guess. I don't really know, but a lot of it's better than it first looks, I think.
I think the problem with it is it's the FF8 deck is very much an arc or category deck.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's as I'm trying to phrase this right. I don't think it's as easily playable as the Cat 6 one was.
Sure.
No, there's definitely more freedom with Cat 6, and the game has a long history of kind of neglecting Cat 8. And it's here's a set with loads of Cat 8, and we'll see you again. And see you again
so
in
every 6 sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that thing of I definitely think there's a lot of synergy there. It's just that limiting factor of so many of the cards mean you have to be playing 35, 40 Cat 8 cards.
Yeah.
To really get the value.
There's enough to make it worth it now as well, though. But
I think so. I mean, I did relatively successful with the last one, so I'm hoping there's enough support here to give it another ride.
Next we have Bard again. Oh, it's Barts again. Are they all Barts this set?
I haven't actually looked.
There's a lot of parts
No,
in
the wing one's
disguise in this
Galeth.
set.
Okay, sure.
No, forget it. But it just happens to be Barts twice. No.
This card, immediately I thought of Alcid. So if you play this off of Alcid, you get a Dull Freeze of a forward, a Freeze of a forward, and a Dull Freeze of a backup.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually.
Do you want to put this in as your Alcid target?
no, there's a million other things Alcid can play that's good, but I'm trying to see this card in the best possible light.
That is
I was trying to
pretty
say,
good.
like, I can't think of what new cards have gone in my Ice Lightning deck in quite a while. I don't think it would be this one. And we've cut Lightning out of it, for like Christ's sake.
Moving on, we have Gesper. You guys like this, I don't.
It hit the low bar of the best monster of the set, in my opinion. But it's a low bar. It's not great. In limited, I think it'll cause some problems.
It's literally
it's
like all the other monsters have shit themselves, and this one's just pissed itself, but it's still soiled.
I'll be honest, I like this purely from the fact that it's a Cat 8 card, and a lot more of the newer ones care about characters. So having an mostly uninteractable thing sit there that can also be a kill when you need it, and it's in the right colors, is not unconsiderable for the deck.
Sure.
And it's multiplayable.
Yes.
Sure.
Not that I'd play 3 of this in the deck.
No,
it would
of
be like
course.
a 1 or 2, but yeah, it being character is more the thing that I was considering about it. And I don't think Dull Freeze 2 on entry is a bad effect for Fork CP.
Old Gesper, he ain't.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, bring that one back, please.
I mean, I don't think we need to when we get to the cards I'm thinking of, but
Yeah, no. I think
Uh,
that's all there is for that one.
Kefka.
this one wasn't spoiled, and it's a really interesting card.
It's certainly interesting.
So you can pay Ice, Earth, and Lightning instead of the CP cost to cast.
Only on backups.
You can only pay it with backups. When he enters, choose a forward, opponent controls, and up to 1 backup of equal costs. Choose up to 1 forward opponent controls and up to 1 backup for cost equal to or less than the forward in your break zone. Break the former and play that. This is killing a forward and playing you a backup.
So,
I think, killing a 4 CP and getting a 3 CP or 4 CP backup that refunds you, quite a big momentum swing, even if you're not cheating it out for its much lower cost.
does the backup has to be a lower cost than the thing that you're killing?
Yes,
Equal to
but
or
this
lower,
can kill
yes.
anything.
Okay, so it's not like you just go like, oh, I'm going to play 7 CP Tama and like kill anything.
No, you can only play something equal to or less than what you kill.
I think this thing sucks, man.
It's definitely an Ice Earth card.
Yeah. I mean, this with the new Cindy to get the
Sure.
cheeky little lightning CP.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a way of getting that on. But maybe you got Tyros and Shantotos in that anyway.
Yeah.
I think for all that, I just pay the 8. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
I'm viewing this purely from the pay 8 perspective because the 3 elements in question, not the easiest to get flowing quite nicely,
Well,
but
Mono Earth.
Mono Earth, sure. I mean, most cards are a Mono Earth card. Let's be real.
But if you're paying 3 CP of different elements, and you
need a fourth backup,
and which means that you need probably Leo on the field. Yeah, like you've only got 1 backup space left. What backup is it that you can play, and then what is it that you can kill?
I mean, even just paying 3 CP to kill a forward though isn't bad.
Yeah. That's what I mean. The fact that this is break any forward, no
Because
dull,
it's
no.
up to 1 backup, so you don't have to play a backup.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive fan of it, but then I can't think of the time that Ice Earth has been that good.
Not
but
in your
I
day,
can
I
certainly,
don't think.
I can certainly see it being an Ice Earth card, and I know that's where the discussion went.
Yeah. I'm quite interested to try this out. I will definitely give it an honest try.
I will collect them and put them in my binder. Say more.
Now, this card, again, wasn't spoiled, and I'm going to take a chance on this and say this is actually okay. I think this is quite decent. I mean, any sort of modal effect is worth considering. It is pay the extra on entry, or attack well, which is another big thing in its favor.
I was really hoping Jacko was going to be here to better explain to me how good he felt this one was, but I'm quite sold on it.
Yeah, I think this is really cool. I think this is, the modes are all pretty decent. Break a dull, sure, if that's there. I mean, you're going to be dulling things in ice quite regularly. 2 characters, dull and freeze, really strong. Probably the least used one is going to be the next summon you cast is reduced by 4.
Not if this is an Ice Wind card, because it's a Cat 10, you have Brother.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's Ice Wind, or again, Ice Earth, like, it's any summon, it's not specifically Ice Summon.
And it's Job Summoner as well, so we can look at that Rydia.
Rydia can grab it. Again, I think it's just another Ice Earth card, but I think most of the time you're going to be doing Dull Freeze 2 and then get them to discard.
I have to say, I think the most important thing is that I like his funny hat.
Yes.
I can't believe this is the Seymour picture they went with. I remember this scene from the game, and it's maybe, like a 10-minute segment, if that, when he's in this
But he's got a new hat.
He's got a new hat.
How does he fit the rest of his hairstyle in that hat?
He hasn't. It's popping at the top. When I read this one, I was like, oh, 5CP 9K. Oh, what I've got to pay. Oh, but it's like you go right the way down and you come right the way back up, because it is modal, so you can't dull and freeze them, then dull and break. It's going to work from top down.
Yeah, that's the one sad part.
But all those effects are good, man. Like, I don't really know what else to say, like, right? And
even if it was the other way round, even if the dull was lower than the dull and freeze, surely at the time of selecting the mode, you would have to pick a dull forward at that time before you start resolving it. Am I right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But even
no,
so,
because it's select up to 2 of 4 and then you action them in that order.
Okay, they don't have to be valid selections at the time then?
No, I don't believe so. Because you're just selecting the 2 actions you want to do, and then you go through them in order. You don't pick the targets on selecting the 2 you want to do, you just say, I'm using these 2. Okay.
I mean, even so, it's in the wrong order anyway, but...
Yes, yeah.
For what we were just talking about.
I
still think this is a good card.
I like the
fact
fact
that... If this sticks around... paying 1 to do that continuously is like, and this isn't easy to shift.
Well, and that's my point. Like, I like the fact that he's big enough to attack. That's usually me and my wife were trying out the new starter decks yesterday, and it was like the starter Una. Spoilers, we can get to it a little bit later on. It's this one, but like being a 7K meant that like all mine were 8, so she couldn't attack, so she couldn't get the card. So, like, the fact that this is a 9K, I think that turns things around for it quite a bit.
Well, my big comparison to this is like comparing him to Rufus and how long that would sit on a board for.
Yeah.
Just because he'd go, oh, you can't ever block me because I'm going to dull freeze you out, and he was only 7K.
Yeah.
Then Witch of the Fens happened, but
yeah.
Well.
But yeah,
about that, Paul.
It made Ice Lightning basically invalid.
Well, I had my moment in the sun with it. I bet I'm grateful for that at least.
But yeah, no, I'm really, really happy with this card. Be curious to see where people go with it.
Sid Olstein, it's got nice art.
I kind of like this.
Yeah?
Dull freeze on entry and discard is
not
quite a lot. Is 7K is its weakest attribute, but if it was 8K, I think it would be like, hero or legend territory. This I think could see play though. I mean, go back to my man Alcid, playing this off of an Alcid. You get a freeze and a discard and a dull and freeze, and that I think that's quite a big cascade of effects. Just casting this normally, I think, is quite a good value, because it is flat discard, it is dull and freeze, one character, so you can do backups as well. You know, I think this will see a bit of play. I think this is quite.
As much as I like the effect, I think everything else about the card is wrong.
Yeah,
it's just not searchable or anything.
No, it's not searchable.
And it's not
low
gonna
power.
have any category support in the thing. Do you know what? It's funny you say that. I do actually think that this does make it like, if you are on a budget or something and you can't get Rufus, this is all right.
Yeah, I want to like it, but I feel like Ice has already got a tight set of 50 cards, especially with the new ones we've got. I'm not sure if this one makes that cut.
I think that is a solid idea, a solid point though. Like Al Cid makes this pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
You know, it's one more thing I will say is that, you know, Witch of the Fens doesn't care, or it doesn't care about Witch of the Fens because it's done its thing anyway before as it comes in.
Yeah, true. Absolutely true. Yeah, well, next up we have a card that is really good that you can't play.
Just any other name, man.
Why couldn't this have been called Laguna?
They should have been like, this effect for me is exactly what Sid Kramer should say, because he's literally the headmaster.
Yeah. This is a, like, technically like I said, this is a really good card.
In title, banger.
Whoa, watch out.
When I eventually play a title game.
Yeah, like, man.
It's the power on them all as well. This set has been, they're all like 4Ks. I'm like, why?
Yeah, like, technically very good stuff, but like there are like two main school choices at the moment, which is gonna be the free play one from 22.
Yeah, or the light one.
Or the light one, yeah. And
I don't begrudge still trying to fit this in as some extra EX bursts to up the count, but again, I think space is too tight.
True. Moomba, lovely art, nice border. Looks more like a Digimon card, I think, but
well, that is what they look like in the game, to be fair, Digimon.
Go on, Jack, you're our resident Cat 8.
Yeah.
I know. Was it this morning I was chatting with you about this one, or
yesterday morning, I think, yeah.
I like this purely from the fact of, unlike all of the summons they printed last set with this alternate cost, it's not only in your turn. So there's a lot of instances where because I've played them all out that turn, they're just sitting there not doing anything. So having a kill as you need if they attack, or just if you've frozen something out, it's not bad, but space again might be the limiting factor of this. But tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, no, I mean, this is good because it can be the only card in your hand and you can still use it.
I think you don't have room for many summons. And my biggest problem is, number one, I don't like the dull. I do like the received damage. I think that's cool. But I don't think this does something that your forwards can't already do. And you've got so many forwards now that are like, play this, break something. Like, you know, you've got like, or like kill something in some way or another. Like, you've got your wards, you've got your new Adele, loads of this stuff. I just don't see what this does that you really haven't already done.
I mean, I'm gonna see. Like, admittedly, I haven't built the new FF8 deck yet because I'm not entirely sure what it looks like. So it could well be that there's not space for this, and I think that is probably increasingly likely. And again, what you said, I think you've got so many things that just kill on swing. The new Adele, admittedly Cypher and stuff like that, but it's one to keep in mind.
I like the idea of it. I just, you know, I'm not really sure what it does. Again, I don't dislike it, and like, again, I would be the first to admit that, love to say that, oh man, I was dead wrong about this one.
It's definitely better than the last summon we had, the Adine.
Yeah. Well, no, that was
the Eden.
Oh, the Eden, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly because I can discard this one for CP.
Yes.
Speaking of discarding for CP, though, Laguna.
Oh man, we're just never getting a good Laguna, are we?
I think
A Laguna backup. I mean, come on, guys.
so. I think what we'll do is, because of that, we'll go straight over to Rain, now on Sega Mega Drive.
Yeah, it does look like Mega Drive box art.
And I like I said, when this was spoiled, and I was like, this is so stupidly good. It's unreal. Like, this card is so good.
This stops them printing a backup Laguna, though.
Yeah, you need to have a backup Laguna for this, because it like, and to be honest with you, the backup Laguna can cost pretty much anything that it wants to, other than probably 7.
Just print me a backup Laguna that costs like 4 or 5 that says like search for school, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
fine.
but if Laguna, like, it was because all the forward Lagunas sort of suck. Apart, we got like the Opus 6
Amano
one
that grabs a school, yeah.
And the Opus 13 one I think was pretty good, right? The Opera Omnia one I think was pretty. Was that EX Burst one or something? But like
the one that
Ice. Search and Ice Forward, is that one you're talking about?
No, that was Opus 13 or something like that. I mean, like
you're on about the one that's the Opus 13 one, where on entry Dull Freezes. When on entry Dull Freezes 1, and if you've got a score on attack, you Dull Freezes 2.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty good. But like
5.
At this stage, like your category 8 forwards need to cost 4 or less, which means that you can't play it, or they need to cost 5 and be something that gets you into the game, like new Adia or like old Adia. And like, yeah, man,
if this cost 2 and had like a different effect, I'd love it.
Yeah, it's a real shame, because this is really good, and it's only like the idea of like being able to like search and play for like one card named Squall. My God, and play it onto the field.
But it's that thing of like the Laguna I want to play already gets me a Squall to hand.
Yeah, and also all the Lagunas are somewhat bad, including this one.
It's just, but it's the fact this is meant to work with the Rain and the Squall, but you need to have this out for the Rain to get you the Squall.
Yeah.
So
you need to have the dream.
It just doesn't work.
You need to have the dream be shattered, and then rebuild the dream.
They've built this to work with either the new Squall, which means he needs to off himself, or to play with the Squall from 5 sets ago. It's just, he's fine. Like he maybe costs a little bit too much, but I think the effects are
at the
fine
moment, as far as the FF8 deck goes. You're not playing a single Laguna.
The Opus 6 one's consideration.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
It's not this one. I can tell you now, it's not this one.
Reaper. Oh man, like it's a 2 CP ice backup, which means it's broken. Like,
is deal half of the damage? I mean, I don't know.
Oh yeah, and then you can cast Moomba, and
there you go.
Then I tap my Nuge and deal 5k to everything.
Oh yeah. Look, the effect isn't great, but like, man, it's 2 CP backup. What do you want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we next? Renoa. Oh look, you finally got your card with Angelo on it.
We're getting an Angelo card soon.
I think this is the best that you're ever going to get.
If Magic could get an Angelo, we can get an Angelo.
And here he is.
And she's in that new Dissidia game they're doing, so we'll get a realistic Angelo.
When she enters your search for one category 8 summon at the end. Oh, great.
Yeah, so... I when I originally read this, I was like, oh, get an ice summon. That's cool. And then I reread it and went, oh. Yeah, there's like no
Moomba.
good.
It's like, what's that? Pandemonium?
Yeah, there's a Pandemonium recently. There's the really bad Carbuncle.
Moomba.
The original Moomba and the new Moomba. They're not great. Eden.
Of course, as well.
And
Which,
it's
if
the
you're
fact that
casting Eden, what are you dulling and freezing? Like,
well, you don't freeze the backup.
oh, I suppose, yeah.
This is not. I mean, Renault has been a contested name since probably when the Flicker one came out in Opus 6.
Yep.
Renoa has always been such a contested name that the Searcher backup has never seen play. No, it's seen play precisely once.
I look at that so often going, why am I not playing this? And then I read the Opus 6 or the Opus 13 and I go, that's why I'm not playing.
Yeah, because it's called Renoa.
Even at the time, the Legend Renoa that also came out in Opus 2 saw a lot of play. And it's like, well, I can't play the backup because the Legends that, saw a lot of play until the Opus 6 one came out.
So yeah, not this one, sadly.
No.
In other news, Ice has a Legend.
Yeah.
And it's still Ford only.
Yeah, true. Man, what is this? This
is really good.
I think this is going in so many fire decks. It's unreal.
Oh man!
Entry: your opponent draws a card and then randomly discards a card. Random discard is always, I think, one of the best.
Yeah, and it's the fact.
I think it's like secretly mill if you got them down on cards as well. Like,
and then if they discard one or more characters, you deal summons their abilities. Choose one character, dull freeze. Sadly, it's one or more, and it doesn't trigger multiple times if you make them discard 2 or so. And then if your opponent discards a summon instead, you get to draw a card. Which, I mean, Ice wants card draw.
Yeah.
It's one thing I will say about this is if you know you're up against a discard deck, most players will think to themselves, right, okay, well, I'll just play it my whole hand and make a big board, and I won't be keeping CP because it's going to get discarded anyway, and things like Byblos will get the benefit of seeing a discard go, so I'm not going to give them that pleasure. This making them draw then discard is actually good for that. That
you
sort
always get this to go off on entry.
This will always go off on entry, but I think also things like Gimme Cat are now going to have their time to shine. I want to try this with Gimme Cat. I think that's going to be...
think about this with Gimme Cat, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the fact that Gimme Cat can be discard 2 in the same turn, one random, one otherwise. But I mean, you play this and you play Gimme Cat. That's 3 discards in a turn for a total of 3 CP that you've paid and 2 cards from your hand, obviously.
Oh yeah, we're never getting Gasper back.
You're never getting Gasper back. You don't need it.
People think it's okay to get Thaumaturge back. I'm like, boys, no.
I mean, this deck, you'd be playing Argath with this guy, I think. You know what I mean?
Argath is solid, man.
I really like this. And I like the Moogle in the background.
Yeah.
The weird, abominable Moogles.
Proper, like, meth head sort of Moogle.
Goes along with the naked Chocobo we've got.
Yeah.
For this part right now, we'll finish up with Wind. So we'll quickly... I don't know. There's not a hell of a lot to talk about with Wind, but we'll make our way through.
No, I know what the first card coming is.
Deliberate with,
I know.
With T-Rex or...
Oh, dear.
Ochu, as a Category 8 monster, was so super playable for so long.
It costs 1.
Yeah.
And this costs 5.
Yeah, but it breaks something,
But it's not gonna, though.
No.
Yeah, it breaks Jack's heart because it's an awful Cat 8 card.
Oh, it breaks a Tyvus, and then they get to play another one.
Oh, brilliant, yeah.
Oh, man, it's... at least they use the Mobius artwork, so I'm not even like that bothered about it being a Cat 8 card.
Yeah.
This is probably it's between this and the Fire Elemental, I think, for the worst one.
Yeah,
I think
I see a use case for the Fire one, but this is like even if you're going to give it the limited excuse for this one, like in limited, you can't even say for certain that your opponent's going to have a 9k full.
Yeah, but there's not even that many. This isn't as bad as Ram. This is the only thing it's got going for it.
Ram's
I mean, it's up there. It's really trying.
It's really trying, but it's not that bad. Yeah, there's just nothing to say about this card, is there?
Plenty to say about Varn. Yeah, you're the Sky Pirate boy. Go for it.
This is probably the best Sky Pirate van they've printed heavily competing with the Opus 15 one. But I think
why is he so small on his own card?
Because this is the official artwork of the game. I'm annoyed because they've cut out all the other characters. Like, it's not even the full party. I mean, I am definitely thinking Sky Pirates might go back to Wind Water.
Oh, wow. Well, you sort of don't have to if you just want to get like one of the backups up, right?
Yeah, but it's that thing of it's the consistency hedging there, and playing this with the 6-drop van as well for reactivation and stuff with that new Pinello is mainly what I'm thinking of.
A 7 CP forward though that like has like can touch up to 3 forwards, so
yeah,
one CP 9K, or play 2 backups to the field. Yuck.
I mean, as long as this doesn't get ammied, I would happily slam this down turn 1 to go. Or I've got Philo and Tomage on my backups ready to go, which means I'm color fixed for the rest of the game.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, if you played this turn 1 and it got ammied, it doesn't die to the Ami.
No,
so
I've lost one more card than they have, but they've burnt an Ami, so like it's not even the worst.
No,
yeah,
it's the same
exactly.
thing as
It
like doing it with
doesn't feel
Gigawall.
that bad.
Like,
Yeah. I really like this. I think this is, and I've been saying this when I was playing Sky Pirates for the last set. It was like I can't work out the van that goes in the deck.
we
were
talking about that for so many weeks. It's so funny, and like we finally sort of like came to some sort of conclusion, and the next day
yeah, it has to be the Opus 26 one. It was like, here's a new van. It was like, oh, okay, it's this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, well, that's that. What a waste of time.
And yeah, you play it later. It's a search 3, and the other thing, which is why I'm also still considering Earth, is there's now a 3rd search target for Gabranth in the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because it was always Bash and Ash, which were just living there for ages. So yeah, what a card! I'm so happy.
While
with this
we're
one.
on Sky Pirates, let's get them done. So, Balthier, man, if you're going to be called Balthier, you better have better text than that.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 main playable Balthiers, and as much as Van's letting you play Sky Pirates to field, it's not this.
I mean,
Fran, it ain't either, right?
No. I mean,
there's
there's
better 2 CP Frans already.
Yeah. This is probably like the 5th best Fran that's 2 CP.
Arse on display. I'll say that at least with a big rugby cleats. But look, I was saving the best for last when it comes to Pinello. Not the artwork you'd expect on a hero, but Jesus Christ!
I didn't realize it's a hero. Okay. Yeah, this.
Yeah.
I mean, we already saw with what was the soldier's name? Was it Lucia?
Lucia, yeah.
Yeah.
That with like just reactivation, but mainly the draw was really good. This being dole any 3 Sky Pirates to draw a card,
and then still have your own Sky Pirate Ishtola for 1,
and then sack her off to do that. And I'm looking at this with the old Opus 13, 14 Balthier. I can't remember which one it is. That plays a 2 or less and break to field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hit 3 like immediately and be like, okay, well, as soon as you try and kill anything, I'm going to draw a card and then stop you. And the draw isn't even only in your turn.
Like
no,
that's what people did with
better,
like that's
Lucia.
what people did with like Kites forever, which is like you just like flicker the same things over and over and over again. And this Pinello is gross.
Because that's the other thing, like with Kites and this, you can be like, the first time they try and remove someone, you just flicker it with the Kites, and the second time they try and remove it, you just cancel it with this.
Or you draw, then flicker with the Kites, right?
Yeah. And you're just man, this might turn into such a annoying to deal with deck.
It's a big slog potential incoming.
And I was saying the same with the van. Like, I just couldn't work out the Pinello for the Sky Pirates deck. I kept doing an amming between them all. I settled on the Opus 21 one?
The ping one.
No, the one that was reactivate 2 on entry, and then when she goes to break zone out of 3 or more.
Oh yeah.
Sky Pirate back to hand, and then I tried the backup one, but now it's just this.
It's just this, yeah.
There's no competition anymore for this name. It's this.
And then like another one we've been talking about a lot recently is Rex, which is the most unassuming card possible. And like as soon as you think about this one, you're like, oh my god, man, this thing is painful. Like, it's always going to be Rex's job to die at the first possible chance at all, because that's what
look,
he
we
does.
finished the tutorial of this turn and he's gone.
But like
it's 6k,
yeah.
so it's slightly harder than most.
So what's your opponent going to do? Like waste their time trying to kill this?
Well, the main thing for me is like this isn't even 6k because I'm just looking at like the Ash existing that costs 2 basically all the time.
Mm.
And you just go, all right, here's a 1-drop 8k that can tap itself to reduce the next damage it takes by 2. So like you have to do hard removal for this. So okay, as you said, you've killed a 1-drop to stop me drawing 2 cards. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Because you've spent more than 2 cards doing that.
Yeah. This card is so ominously good, and the drawing at main phase 1 instead of like end phase or anything like that is really good because it means you've got extra to play with.
It's exactly why I like things like LB Nix. It's because like, oh, it doesn't have any text. It's like, oh no, the text is actually like its cost and power and what your opponent has to do with it. So it's like, oh, like, you're gonna have to let this thing live. Oh no, that's dreadful.
You can either kill it, and I'm not drawing 2 cards, but you're overpaying, or I can draw 2 cards. Which do you think is the least problematic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's like the power on him is good enough to warrant being fine. And he's in the right
Next
category.
up, we have, for some reason, we keep getting cadets. We have 8. Man, look, in cadets decks, like I like that they're giving opportunities for everything to be pretty much in every element now as well. Like we've had a couple of win dates before, and like, don't get me wrong, the text on this one is really good, but the Lightning 8 is so good. I just don't know if it can be this one.
Yeah, I know. Speaking to Gareth, obviously the typical cadets player we've got locally, he said he's willing to try this in, I think 1 or 2, like a 2-2 split or a 2-1 split.
Mm.
But I'm with you. Of recurring is normally better than digging top 3. I think for that deck.
Especially,
I mean, the
playing
fact
wind.
is both of them have S effects, don't they? This and the lightning one that recently came out.
I don't think the lightning
know if
one
the
does.
lightning one does. I know it's got a damage effect and the recur. I think that's all it does. But I will find out now. I think it was like the only lightning one that didn't. No, it doesn't. It's just recur, haste, and gains 1k.
Okay. Well, at the very least, this one has an S effect. So if you see the other one,
yeah, like again, they can be played at different points. Is kind of the thing. Like, but the lightning one, I think, is almost always going to generate value, especially since I think Mist Dragon has kind of fell off a lot the last couple of sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as well, in with that, we have 7, and like, man, like we had some chat about this on the Discord earlier, and like, it's great text, but it's called 7. It costs 4. My God. And like, it's called 7.
Yeah, the lightning
7
one was so good.
It's like the point to do anything. It's like it's giving you the opportunity to play like Firewind, I guess. And even if you are playing Firewind, it's probably not the best 7 in my mind. I think the unblockable by 4s or more one probably is.
I mean, the 2 best things you could cancel with this are probably that are seeing play right now are Tyvus and 4-Color Wall. And I think cancelling either one of those with this as a back attack is pretty decent.
I think Wall definitely. I don't think Tyvus is, because you've had to hold up 4 CP to back attack this in, and they're still going to get efficiency from hand. You're just denying them 1 search.
Yeah.
True, but Tyvus can be very often played like the very first turn of the game when there's no points on field, because of the back attack. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess. Next we have Asuka.
Oh God.
Yeah.
We looked at the jobs, and it's got what 3 it can get.
Like, look,
ones from this set?
straight up, like technically, this is a good card, right?
It breeds very well. Search and play any job,
including
4 or
backups.
less in your deck on entry.
Rate 2 on swing, so like you don't really want it attacking, but it's in the wrong category and the wrong job. And
sorry, hang on. I wanted to know how to pronounce this a sec. Hang on.
I think
oh no, that's an Etsy advert. Hang on. Bloody YouTube, man.
It's Khalid Fwitch, right?
No, it's Welsh. It's not going to be a w.
Oh, okay.
Khaled Fulch. That's how I would say it, but the game would probably say it a different way because apparently Lumline is pronounced Lumline, not Clumline, as it would be in real Welsh.
Oh, just get to the point.
It's Khaled Fwitch.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Anyway,
yeah, they're all in different elements as well, so like, this is gonna struggle.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's as good as its targets, but like, look, I don't want to take away from this guy at all. Like, what he does is really good and really strong for a common, but his targets suck and they'll probably never be good. So that's that. Where are we next? God. We got a knight.
In wind.
In wind. It's a 2 CP
It's probably
knight.
the first one.
Ooh,
I think so.
maybe, yeah. And that's all we have to say on that one.
I mean,
You
Yeah,
can play it
no.
in knights because you don't have wind CP to do the effect.
And it's not going to go in mono wind because it doesn't need it.
no.
That's too
I
slow.
mean,
yeah.
the
It's not a
effect
backup.
itself reads quite strong until you realise what you have to do to get there. It's not worth it.
No. Next we have Dancer.
It's a wind dancer that's a backup, which I've been wanting for ages, but the last 4 weeks have taught me that dancers is now a water lightning deck.
Yeah.
It can't activate itself, so it needs to be the 4th backup. I think it's bad.
I mean, you can get away with it reactivating your forwards because obviously you're
I
selling them
suppose so,
down
yeah.
for damage anyway. Like it's fine, and it's definitely a better wind backup than the Opus 1 that I was playing.
Yeah.
So if I go back to wind water, I mean this will go in, but I don't think there's a reason to play wind water dancers anymore.
Sure. Legend, Grahatia. Man, anyone want to take this one? Because I don't see it.
Right. So the one I was trying so hard to get as you know, let's go to the cut to the chase here. If you can get the last bit of text off, which is remove your opponent's field and break zone from the game, you have won. But to jump through that hoop, you've got to successfully get a light card, a dark card, and a combination of multi-elements, be it 4-color wall Zaramus or 3 of 2 multi-element cards. You've got to get the ultimate, magical Christmas land combo of the right 5 cards on the top of your deck. One thing I will to get that crazy effect, but one thing I will say is that I didn't realize until reading it again earlier is that the effects are cumulative.
Yes.
So, 3 or more elements means you get to draw 2, and 5 or more means that, the next thing you cast is reduced by 4 and you still get to draw 2. These things stack up and add on top of each other. I've been playing quite a lot of Versatile this set, which is quite a lot of colors in it and quite a lot of high costs. And there's talk of maybe this going into a deck like that. But
I was going to say, at worst, right? This in those types of decks, Versatile, I'm thinking 4-color wall. Not that I think this will massively go in there. At worst, this should be drawing you 2 cards, right?
Yeah, I mean, on entry, draw 2 is okay.
Yeah,
it's a 5p8k.
Is that worth it enough for this to see play?
Prove me wrong, but I don't think so. I think, there's going to be some absolute madmen out there who are going to be trying to get the full, effect off, and hats off to them if they ever do. I mean, it is going to happen at least once in a locals near you at some point.
I don't think it will ever happen.
I don't know. I did manage to get a game win with the Scions of the Seventh Dawn once in a casual game.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
but
have
I-
control over that.
I think the difference here is even if you hit 4-color walls, Aramis, and a light and a dark card, like you have to perfectly have had all of those in your top 5.
Yes, and then you don't get access to them. And
yeah, I just don't see that being a situation where you're ever going to have your deck A, built that way, and
yes.
B, in that order. Because, like, and again, if you miss on any of those,
yes,
yeah,
it is the epitome of a high roll deck. You know, I mean, you've got to, you know, if that effect resolves,
you
have definitely won the game. No contest. You have won that game.
But I think I'm
so high.
I'm evaluating this card on how good is it if you're consistently just getting a draw 2 off of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's if you are playing it, that's realistically what's going to happen the most. And I don't know, man. I'm
for your
I'm
5
not sold.
CP, Cloud did that and killed something, right? Like, or did it draw 2 or 1?
I think it was draw 1, wasn't it?
Even so, like, you know, oh man.
I want to like it, and like I think there will be a deck for it for more like the 3 or more and 5 or more effect.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 8 effect is just irrelevant text on the card.
Oh, is it like you definitely get like 3 or more elements or 5 more if you play this in the 12, right?
It's got every color apart from light or dark in.
Yeah.
And with the 12, yeah. I mean,
but
if you are,
no light or dark, annoyingly.
Yeah.
Elements.
If you're going, you'd need multi-element cards. No, I don't see it. It's a shame because it's one of the most powerful effects you could possibly imagine in this game, but the likelihood of it ever happening is slim. I think there will be a casual game where some lucky person gets it, but it's never going to win a big tournament or anything.
Isn't the closest thing to this like an EX Def S that does it to both players?
Sure. I think.
You've used before, where it's like
yeah. The Opus 3X stuff, yeah.
But yeah, I think somebody smart will probably come up with a deck to consistently or try and consistently get the reduced by 4, which is a good effect. But
that's a great.
It's just
this is a Lyndon Osborne card.
Sure.
Yeah, he is somebody who will make this work. I just want to see Gratier batter that tomato. What do we have next? Let's have a look. We have...
Should be Galuf, right?
Yeah, Galuf. Moving on. Not really anything to say there. Jack Garland, man, right? This is cool. Sort of. I don't know. Wait, his proportions look so weird with that t-shirt. It looks like I don't know. It just looks weird. At the beginning of the attack phase, during each of your turns, choose one category Sopfo card in your break zone and add it to your hand. Well, that's great. So it wouldn't take him much to gain his worth back. And if you control a Dark Forward, Jack Garland cannot be chosen by opponent summons or abilities. Cool as well, but like, there's just no deck for these things.
The dark card you want to play with this is called Jack Garland.
Yeah, and all the cards are called Jack Garland.
The 4 CP fire forward that, you know, on death plays something from the deck and makes that a dark forward, maybe? I mean,
yeah.
You played this and make it a dark forward, it would fulfill its own condition. But, again, Magical Christmas Land.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I think it's one to watch. Again, as the same with what I said about that one.
Is definitely good.
The more Sopfo gets support, the better this and that one before.
It does get support, and they're all called Jack Garland.
Well, as soon as it gets other support.
Yeah.
Because it adds, don't like, bear in mind this adds category card back. So like, there's a lot of leeway this can get. Like, this could eventually get good monsters and things like that. Obviously, the Water Malboro is one. So like, there is definitely, because I mean, this can even get summons back.
Yeah.
If they start printing some good.
Is there summons
Sopfo
in
summons?
Splendor Paradise? I don't think there is, right?
It's been a while since I played it.
I don't think there is. So
there are, but maybe. But yeah, like this is one to watch for the future, I think.
Wendigo is super cool.
Really interesting, really unique effect.
If they print another card called Wendigo, you get like 9 forwards.
The advantage I've seen of this, and this is one of the FAQs I was reading, was you have to blank all of them for them to get shifted.
Yeah, you can't just calculate one and ruin everything.
Unless you calculate this one on the stack of it trying to play the others, in which case they're not allowed to come in. But yeah, you can't just blank one of them. You got to blank them all. But I mean, do you want a wind aggro card that's just saying here's 3 7Ks, like turn 1 or so, get rid of them?
It doesn't really do a lot, but I just think it's really cool.
Yeah. But I mean, sometimes a deck just needs to have that threat of you going, I need to board wipe them now.
I love the idea that if you draw them, that's still fine.
Yeah, pitch them to pay for the other one.
Yeah, I mean, this card sort of something reminds me of the Mega Sisters, the first one of them that came out.
Yeah.
They had a similar thing, didn't they?
It was similar, not quite the same, but whenever one died, you get another one out or something like that. It had that, Moth Slasher style effect almost. Yeah. It's something.
Oh yeah, it was when it entered, you put one into the break zone from deck, and then when it went from field to break, you removed one from your break zone and it came back in.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I mean, it had that self-fulfilling recursion theme, but this is like the first card of its kind to say, fill the board with all the copies of it one way or another if you've seen them all, or if you haven't, get them from deck. This is this is interesting. 6 drops 7K, but then you got to realize it's 3 forwards every time you cast it. It's going to be 3 forwards coming out.
Yeah, the downside of this though is once you've cleared it once, it's probably never coming back, because I don't think you're paying recursion for this, because they're all going to be on field at the same time. So you board clear once and that's it done. But it's cool. I like seeing new, unique or like unique-ish effects.
Yeah, this is definitely unique.
Oh, it does say due to cast. I was like, oh man, like they kill 2 of them, then you Renoa 1, then bring the other 2 back. I don't think that would kill something like this, to be honest.
I think it's just future-proofing, I guess, because if they print more Wendigos, it suddenly becomes very dangerous to be able to flicker them.
Well, no, and I like the idea of like being able to do that into like the Opus 4 Kefka, which is like break 3 forwards or monsters you control and play him for like 3.
Oh yeah.
And then being able to do that and then do it again. I think I think that's cool. I think they should be allowed to do stuff like that, to be honest.
But again, if they ever print another Wendigo, this skyrockets again.
Yeah, well, and they could do. It's a recurring monster. Oh no, they'll be called like Wendigo 7.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They'll have the category after them.
Wendigo 5.
Well, we have one more card. I've done so much out of order. Yeah.
No, there should be 2.
I've got Chaos Walker of the Wheel. Oh yeah, there is.
And then Leko Naboko.
Yeah. So.
Oh yes.
Chaos Walker of the Wheel. I'm not hugely sold, but change my mind.
I mean, the decks I've seen that play an effect like this, like the Alizé and Cloud, obviously went in Giga Wall for a bit, doesn't have the win space to play this, and you don't want to remove your character from the game.
Well, that's the thing. That's the biggest drawback of this card, is that you are removing it from the game and then only merely adding it back to your hand.
Yeah.
So, if you have an on-entry effect that is so good you want to do it again, you probably find a way of going to use the Cloud or the Alizé or something like that and waiting till it dies rather than you paying 1 and killing it yourself.
The one thing I'll give this is it does it to character. So I think there is probably something in Mono Wind that will do this, either with backups to get them out certain things or looping Zidanes to mill them out even further.
One thought I've just had on this actually is, if they're going to kill your character anyway, it's almost like Bounce Chocobo. It's like, right, okay, instead of you doing it, I'm going to pay 1 to remove it myself and get another copy to hand. So thanks for trying to kill my dude.
I think there's something for this in like a mono win deck or decks where like you really want to loop a certain backup to get you something. but I think they're few and far between. But there's probably a deck for this.
Probably. I don't.
I
Really
mean,
know.
maybe
Like,
even
I think
Type Zero.
Yeah, I think maybe it's
If
like
you're
a
playing
sort of,
wind and you want to swap colours round, like you swap your 1/8 for another 8, for example. I don't know.
I just wished it would had like maybe like played like a character of this, like it just played it or something.
It wouldn't have killed this to cost like 3 or 4 and play it.
Yeah. So finishing off wind, we have Leko Haboka. This is really good. Really, really good.
Excellent card. Excellent, because even if it's your first backup or your 5th backup, it will refund you.
Nah, they're going to Hecaton share this when you play your first back.
Oh, yeah. Opus 1 Hecaton goes back, baby.
It's a really cool card.
Not really too much to say about it. It's really good, and I think that Mono Wind, I think like is playing a lot of Viera at the moment, but like this is still pretty solid, man. This is a decent choice, right?
I've definitely seen the comparisons between this and Viera, and I agree that I think in a lot of cases Viera is better, but you can also play both.
Yeah, why not both?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, Viera is better up until this comes in as your 4th backup.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, like that's the thing as well. But again, like even it's going to get a card regardless of what number of backup it is, right? So, yeah, look, it's cool, and it's not a massively contested name. I know that a certain Mr. Preston loves the Leko Haboka from 1,000 years ago, but you know this is what a good common looks like, right?
Yeah. This is definitely see play at any point. Like there's always decks this can go into.
I mean, maybe this is the one of the cards that you want to use Chaos Walker of the Wheel with. You know, you play it, you get its effect, then you nuke it and get another one to dig further, you know, and you've used up a couple of casts in it.
I think there's plenty of backups in that regard.
Yep.
I think right there is where we end our first part. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, I guess, with Earth, Lightning, and Water. And then we will do Light, Dark, Limit Break, and Starter. So thanks very much, and we will see you then.
See you soon.
Catch you soon.